You are listening to the Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
The Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Live, only on Pinaxtv.
So a very big welcome to this particular report right here on Pinax. So, say, there is information coming in just that the Chief Justice of Ghana, Madam Torkuno, have already been removed as Chief Justice. Now, this news, we can't entirely say if it is accurate or not, but we will report on it because many media houses believe, say, as of now, Madam Torkuno, she's been given the letter to vacate her position with immediate effect. Now, this is not new. I didn't tell America said this is not new. You recall, said way back in just a few months ago, just a month or two ago, after a year, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he was appointed or he was sworn in as president. He took in 3 petitions. Petitions now he took in, basically, now it was a petition regarding the removal of Chief Justice. According to the petition, any insider reports, it is based on the conduct of Madam Torkuno. Nyemibia waye, ene nyemibia akoso. In Ethna and her actions, the position now occupying, she's not occupying the position for Ghanaians, and she's not even free and fair. She's just doing it for her own political party. Apparently, amount for say the new political party, and even for her own ideology or whatever you want to label it at. Now, the reason behind this, many about a petition, leak petition, part of the petition a leak here, not in an airport. Madam Torkuno, there was this particular flight that she took. NASA flight, it was supposed to be something for the state, like a state a year or call for Ghana, but then she took it. And instead of her, first class ticket, she went in for the most expensive business class or whatever ticket. At the end of the day, it cost Ghana around 10,000 cedis more. Aside from that, 1% the banner, the previous government also facilitated a visa and also a traveling ticket for the daughter. Aside from that, information everybody say, Madam Torkuno Babako also received a per diem of 10,000 a year. Dollars or so. Now, in some way, mind you, said these are allegations and there's no really factual basis to it. But then the shocking part of it all is that we've seen this before. History, if you are looking back in history, way back, Akuffo-Addo, so 2017, 2018, he also took in some petitions regarding Charlotte Osei, the former EC boss, and she forwarded it to the Council of Elders. So in this same case, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's also forwarded it to the Council of Elders. But apparently, the Council of Elders, upon reviewing this, they've advised the president, according to reports, to proceed with the sack of Madam Torkuno. Now, we've reached there to the point that she will be sacked, or maybe she might still be in position. But then far from that, more striking is the fact that Global Info Analytics recently did a poll and they were asking Ghana for should Madam Torkuno be sacked or not. And shockingly, it's 52% of Ghanaians believe that Madam Torkuno, she should be sacked regardless if she's done something wrong or not. You could see reports Global Info Analytics or the two to us.
This is a telephone interview that was conducted between 7th April and today, in fact. We interviewed 2,545 voters from all the 16 regions randomly.
2,545?
Yes.
In a telephone poll. And yes. What was the question to them?
We asked them if they support the move to remove the Chief Justice from office. And the answers were strongly support, somehow support, strongly opposed, somehow opposed, neutral, and I don't have an opinion.
I see. And what was the outcome?
The outcome is that 52% of Ghanaian voters support the removal of the Chief Justice, and only 20% oppose it. 10% do not have an opinion, and around 18% were neutral.
So that's what we have on the screen there. You said 52% of the 2,545 of this telephone poll respondents support the removal of the Chief Justice. 18% say, well, they don't have a position on it. 20% oppose, and 10% also are in there as well. But is this a nationally representative poll? The 2,545 is it across all 16 regions?
Yes, across all the 16 regions.
And in all 276 constituencies?
No, this is a national base, so randomly called numbers from the regions. So samples were assigned to each region, and each region's quota were assigned from all the constituencies. So randomly, whatever number that we are able to get from regional quota, we did that.
I see the right. I see the regional breakdown that you gave in the poll as well. Western North region appears to be having the highest in terms of the regional breakdown. 82% of the respondents there. Any reason why?
No, we don't know. These are just random polls. If you look at those regions that are supporting her removal very strongly, you have Western North 82%, Volta region 76%, Savannah 66%, OT 70%, Greater Accra 58%, Central region 51%, Bono is 72%, Bono 82%. So these are the regions with over 50% support for her removal.
I see, and that straight question to them, whether they want her removed or not, is what you posed to them. There were no follow-up questions as with the responses they gave?
No, there was another question which we haven't published full detail yet. We asked them if she is found to have broken the law. For those who said they oppose and neutral or they have no opinion, we asked them a further question, whether if she is found to have broken the law, would they support her removal? That detail will be released tomorrow, God willing. But it is also, we're fairly divided for those who didn't support the initial process.
I see. But I see another bar graph that represents their party affiliation. So that's a question you ask them as well, as whether they belong to NPP or NDC.
At the end of the survey, we asked them which party they normally vote for. And the response shows that for those who say they are NPP, 16% support the removal, 46% oppose it. For those who say they are NDC, 83% support her removal, but 3% oppose it. And for those who are floating voters, 46% support and 13% oppose. And those who support other smaller parties, 37% support and 9% oppose. And for those who don't disclose their party affiliation, 34% support and 18% oppose.
Okay, so just for the benefit of our viewers, the color code we use to represent these bars, the red bars you see there represents those who are in support of,
who are opposed, red opposed. In your own chart, sorry,
yes, I'm explaining what we did out of your poll.
Okay.
Right, because we had to, as it were, make your poll graphically representative for our screen. Okay, so it's essentially your detail, but then again, we redesigning it just for the readership and then also the visibility for our viewers. So what you see there, the red bar represents those who are in support of the question that you asked, whether they support the attempt to remove the Chief Justice. On the part of the MPP supporters or the persons whom you sampled who say they normally vote for the MPP, 16% of them say they support it. And did you follow up to ask them why? Or it was just...
No. This is a close-ended question.
Okay. I see. And 46% oppose. But in the case of the NDC, 83% of the respondents say they support her removal. And did that also cut across some of the regions we know are the stronghold for the NDC?
I mean, yes, it does. If you look at the regions, Western North is 82%, Volta 76%, Greater Accra 58%, OT 70%, Savannah 66%. Now, interestingly, even in the Ashanti region, 37% support, 32% oppose. So majority of by almost 5%. So there are more people in Ashanti region who want to remove as a Chief Justice.
I see. Because then Western North against the Volta region, which is described as the World Bank for the NDC, comes in second. And you say that these samples were evenly distributed?
No, they were distributed based on the voter population of each region.
Okay. So, but obviously there are more voters in the Volta region than the Western North region.
Yes.
So why is it the case that we had the Western North region respondents being the highest in those saying they support?
No, it means that there are a higher proportion of people in the Western North who went there removed than in the Volta region.
In the Volta region. I see. Which is the World Bank of the NDC.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. But, but then again, that leads us to the next conversation also about the position that, for instance, the minority takes. There are others who also hold the view that maybe this poll was premature because the process is ongoing and it hasn't really progressed as yet because of, for instance, the case in court, and the only communication we have is the Chief Justice responding to the petitions. We don't know what the details of the petitions are as yet. Would you agree with those who say that this was premature?
I disagree, because by law or by the Constitution, the process has started, hasn't it? So we ask the voters whether they support the process and the move to remove her. This does not or should not impact on the judicial process. This is a public opinion. And indeed, if you look at the work we did previously on the IGP, unfortunately, you know, the question came after he has been dismissed. And we didn't want to be found in the same situation as the IGP. So we wanted to see the public opinion, whether in favor or not. And that is, that prejudice